Summer on my mind, nowhere else, no Lord, take me downtown to you. People show me love, but I can't take it. What I said was true, real pain can't fake it. Still they wanna be with me, still they wanna live with me, still they wanna feel.
Welcome to Up the Gut Taste Stuff. I'm Patrick, and as always, this show would not be complete without probably my favorite person, cheesehead extraordinaire, Matthew Archibald Ehlers.
Still not my middle name.
Still, I gotta use it. Hey, what's up, Ehlers?
Not much. I don't have the hat on because I had to let the hair flow free today.
No, I like it, and I also like that you reminded me that we had a show today, so I appreciate that.
I do,
and it was. Oh, go ahead.
I'll just say I do what I can.
And this is a big show because we actually have a guest for the first time on Taste Stuff because
we do.
This is what I would call a prequel of the Taste Stuff because we haven't actually tasted anything yet.
Right.
You know why we haven't tasted anything?
Because we did.
I want to know about it.
Explain it.
We're going to go on and explain it. So we're going to bring in Antar Schaefer with Farmhouse Extracts or Farmhouse Greens, and he's going to explain what we got here. Welcome, Antar. How you doing?
Hello.
Doing well. Good to see you, Patrick. Good to see you, Archibald.
He knows. He gets it.
See, I'm not going to say anything to him because he's a guest.
Yeah, see, and we're going to have a little bit of a delay here, so we'll try not to let it mess with us. So we just, first of all, want to thank you for sending this stuff our way. I'm really looking forward to it because I don't know a lot about CBD, being as it just recently has become available in our area. So I'm just going to kind of let you take the role here and just tell us what we got here. Tell us about the company.
All right, guys. So first of all, thanks for having me. I really appreciate you guys allowing me to do this. And so let's just start from the beginning. The company was started last year. So we actually are hemp farmers. My partner and the main business guy over here, he's been farming all his life. He was doing soy and corn beans. So whenever the farm bill passed and hemp was allowed to be grown, he just kind of, saw that as an opportunity, knowing already how to farm at scale, that we could do something big. So currently we have the biggest hemp farm in Missouri. We've got over 300 acres of hemp. And the idea is to just extract the oil from it to make both CBD and now with the popularity and the demand, Delta 8, which are two very different products, but they're both extracted from the hemp.
And I'm really looking forward to learning about
Delta 8. Did I cut out for a second?
You did for just a second. It's all right. I picked up there, but yeah, I just now learned that Delta 8 was a thing different than CBD. So I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, yeah, it's completely different. Whereas CBD can be seen as more for lifestyle, like therapeutic effects and the health benefits. It should almost be treated as a supplement, not quite something that you would do, say, recreationally. It is something that for best results, it should be taken every single day. But it does have almost immediate results as far as calming anxiety, helping insomnia, and things like that. And so Delta 8, on the other hand, Delta 8 is also derived from the hemp plant, from CBD, and the CBD is then converted into Delta 8. So what we're all familiar with Delta 9 THC, which is, what people usually search for when it comes to THC, that stuff that's going to get you stoned. So Delta 8 is just one hydrogen molecule or one hydrogen bond away from Delta 9 THC. So it does have some of those mind-altering effects. It most definitely does. But they're not going to be quite as pronounced. It's almost like cannabis light.
You're speaking my language there.
Yeah. A lot of people tend to not like cannabis for that same effect. That they get the paranoia, or they just get like a lot of anxiety. And so with Delta 8, I mean, being very close, like I said, an isomer thereof, THC Delta 9. So it's just not quite as potent. It's going to be more of the relaxation, the anxiety fighting effects, as well as just insane mental focus.
When's the best time to take something like that? Is this something you take right before you go to sleep, or when you're calming down at the end of the day, or is this something you can take, throughout your day? I mean, if it's light, I don't know.
Well, it depends. If we're talking about CBD, CBD you can take pretty much anytime, and that'll help with fighting anxiety immediately after you take it. Within a couple minutes, you should feel a lot more relaxed. But with Delta 8, which is what you have right there, Delta 8 really, it just depends on your tolerance and I guess what you've got planned that day. It is seen like a recreational thing. So, I mean, like I said, are intoxicating effects. So I would probably suggest, if you're operating heavy machinery, if you have things that you really need to get done, maybe think twice about when you're going to take it. But if you're just, if you have pretty good experience with, say, THC Delta 9, and you feel like this is something that you could do, that you could potentially work on or take throughout the day, that it's not going to keep you from actually performing how you should be, then it's okay to take it. But my recommendation as a person, as a responsible adult, would be get your work done, get everything done that you need to do in your free time. Just take that whenever you got a couple hours to kill, and just sit back and enjoy the ride.
All right. Do you want to, as someone who does not deal with Delta 9 THC or CBD, is this too much on a one go, or is this something that you can eat the whole thing and you're going to be all right, since it's a lighter side of the Delta?
Okay, well, I would recommend starting with less before taking the leap to more. You can always say start with half and eat the other half later.
Okay.
But once you eat a full one, the full gummy, which is a full 50 milligrams, you can't untake the gummy.
No, I got you. That makes a lot more sense. You can see how often I take these wonderful peach rings. I usually eat about 30 of them, but they don't have Delta anything in them. Just a gummy joke.
One thing that you do need to watch out for. So yeah, one thing you do need to watch out for is if you are worried for any reason about being tested for THC, whether it is for work, maybe you're on probation. I don't know what kind of things you guys are into, or maybe just you're an athlete. So I would be careful with something like this. The Delta 8, it will cause you to have a positive drug test.
All right, but since it is Delta 8, it's still legal in Missouri recreationally.
Absolutely, and then not just in Missouri. Federally, it is legal. 2018 Farm Bill made sure of that. That Farm Bill states that pretty much anything derived from the hemp plant is going to be protected. So since it's made from conversion of CBD coming from hemp to turn it into Delta 8, it is still 100% protected federally. There are some states that have gone ahead and banned it, and that's, I believe it's only 6 states that have done that. But other than that, you should have absolutely zero issues. It's completely legal, at least for the time being. The bill will get revised, but the way that the nation seems to be going, the way things are, I think it's here to stay.
No, I would agree on that. And I understand with the whole test thing, because I'm sure that your employer would believe you when he said, no, it was really Delta 8. I promise.
Absolutely. That's why we got to give that warning, because I don't want to be blamed for someone else testing hot. And so, yeah, it's just very, very important to know that. But yeah, with those gummies, like I said, start with half. Just kind of wait about at least an hour. Don't be like, don't eat it and think it's not affecting you. Just
Mhm.
because I promise, if you feel it's not working, you take another piece. As soon as it goes down your throat, you're gonna probably feel the first one.
So I have two different Delta H gummies here. So I assume obviously the only difference here is just the flavor, but are these only two flavors, or do you have multiple flavors of that?
We actually have 3 flavors of those rings. We've got the blue raspberry, we have that strawberry banana, and we also have a green apple.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the green apple didn't make it over to you,
Oh, that's
but I mean,
fine.
the effect is going to be the same. And we also have that in a presentation of little, like, they look almost like Sour Patch Kid gummies, and they taste almost just like it. We have that in watermelon flavor as well.
And all this is available at your website at farmhouse-extracts.com. Let's just all freeze real quick. And I think we put the website in the description. So if you guys are interested in any of this.
Actually, no.
No?
With this CBD, yes.
Okay.
The CBD is definitely available online. We have through farmhouse-extracts.com. But Delta 8 is a kind of a touchy subject when it comes to online.
I
Because it is
gotcha.
so similar to a cannabis plant and a Delta 9 THC, which is what is currently banned in the entire nation federally.
Oh no!
I think he might live out in the country. So
I mean, it's possible. It's Farmhouse, so he could be out there on the site.
it's possible. So we'll try to get him back here
Over
momentarily.
the age of 18 when they're buying online.
All right. We just lost you for a second. But you said that it's touchy because it's so close to THC that buying it on line's tough. So what did you say how you could get a hold of it as far as the Delta 8?
But you can always message Farmhouse directly.
Okay. So I don't want to take up all your night. So we'll just kind of go through the stuff that I am going to be trying.
Just through the Farmhouse account on Instagram, Facebook, or just message through the website. You can just contact directly about the Delta 8 stuff as well. We will be opening up a page soon online, so it'll just be a little bit easier for everybody. But the best way will be just direct message, direct contact. You'll be talking with either myself or our office manager or Cody himself. So, I mean, you will be talking directly to us, which we're the farmers and producers, and we're pretty good about answering pretty quick.
Okay. So the one I'm pretty interested in is whatever's in this nice little lotion I got here. I love the delay. Do you know what I have in this lotion container? Can you hear me? Did I mute myself?
I can hear you.
Okay. Maybe.
Yeah. Antar says he can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
That is by far that cream is by far my favorite product that we have at Farmhouse.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm an athlete, or I like to think of myself as one, and so I do a lot of powerlifting and CrossFit and stuff, and so I use that cream quite a bit. Those topicals, that's a CBD only, so I mean you can just get that directly from the website, no problems. That's not touchy at all. But those topicals, it just instant absorption into the muscle. CBD really serves 2 functions. The first one, it just regulates your endocannabinoid system. And by doing so, it acts upon your central nervous system, which will allow for relaxation. And the second receptor it binds to allows for anti inflammation. And so, with the CBD topical, say you have an extra sore muscle from working out, or say maybe you got arthritis on your hands or a bad knee, you can put that lotion on, and within relatively quickly, just a few minutes, you should be able to feel that area a lot more relaxed and just a little bit more pain free. It's different than icy hot. Most people like icy hot, and just because of you can feel something right away. But what the menthol does, it just really confuses the central nervous system and is actually masking pain rather than reduce inflammation. So, with our CBD cream, I mean, just got to be patient. You just got to wait a little bit and trust that it's working. But let me tell you, it definitely does.
Well, I just recently started getting back into working out more, so I have got plenty of
Have a
sore
hemp
muscles to try
cigarette
that out on.
right there as well.
Yes. So, yeah, hemp cigarette.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We're having some trouble with the audio. So,
All right. Well, with the hemp cigarette that I gave you as well, it is going to be CBD only. So whenever you inhale anything, the fastest way of absorption would be inhaling. So that's that cigarette right there. It is hemp, but it is going to have a high dosage of CBD in it as well. So those are really good because you kind of get away from the actual cigarette. And people a lot of the time smoke cigarettes, they say to calm their anxiety or, I mean, just whatever habit they might have. But with this cigarette, it actually does calm the anxiety. As soon as you smoke it, you do feel kind of like a weight lifted off of you. It's actually quite interesting. You do feel something from it. You're not by any means intoxicated, but you just definitely feel a noticeable mood change from before you smoked it till immediately after. But speaking of inhalables, that brings me to the cartridge that we sent you. I sent you a Delta 8 cartridge. Notice we are going back and forth between CBD and Delta 8, but this Delta 8 cartridge, everyone has those little pens that you see them sucking on all the time. And so that's pretty much what that is as well. That's gonna have in the entire cartridge a total of 900 milligrams of Delta 8 THC. And so compared to a gummy, which each ring has 50 milligrams, so it has significantly more, but you get about 200 puffs out of each of those cartridges. So if you have 900 milligrams, 200 puffs, you're getting about roughly 5 milligrams every time you take a puff out of that vape. So it's a little bit easier to gauge your dose. So maybe being kind of new to all of this, instead of the gummy, it might be easier to start out with the vape since you can start with smaller doses.
okay.
And it also affects you quicker because with the gummy, it'll sneak up on you.
Well, I don't know. Can you hear me yet?
I sure can.
Okay, good. I was going to type you if you couldn't, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the next week trying out some of this and just seeing how my body reacts to it, how it makes me feel. As far as I'll do some of the sore muscle with the cream. I don't have a vape pen yet, so I'm gonna have to go get one of those. but I'll try this stuff out. And then next week, what I'll do is I'll get on and we'll just kind of review what happened, how we liked it, and we'll go from there. But I definitely appreciate you guys sending that stuff to us so we could try it out and taste it. And we appreciate you coming on the show. I think we have a delay. So, see if he wants to say.
Glad you guys can try all that stuff out. I'm sure you'll like it. It's especially since it's something that you're not too familiar with.
Well, again, thanks for being on.
I'd love to come have you at the farm. Come check it out once it's in full bloom. There's a lot to see. It's pretty impressive.
Definitely, I'll have to check that out. I mean, I'm originally from Nevada, so I have no problem going there and seeing everything. So I'll keep in touch and let you know, and maybe we'll try to have you back on whenever we get done testing everything. And again, we appreciate you being on here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You have a good one. Bye. All right, we lost Matt because I got distracted and I was not prepared for the show. Matt had to go to work, so we lost him at the end of the show. But this is going to be pretty new. I haven't been a whole lot on the CBD. This Delta 8's new to me, so I'm going to try this stuff out and see what I think. And we'll do another show doing that. So if you guys haven't liked it, like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And look for the rating coming later. You guys have a good one.